Good morning, children. Today I'm going to teach you English literature. Please take out your books, open to page number 22. Write down today's date. Today's lesson is a poem, The Greedy Fox. It's a poem. Yeah, children? Children, greedy. What is the meaning of greedy? Greedy is wanting more, not satisfied with one's own portion. Okay? And fox is an animal, children, you all know. It resembles a small dog, has a bushy tail with sharp ear-pointed ears, and it has a long snout. Snout is a portion which juts out with the mouth and nose region. Okay? Now, children, before we begin with the poem, let us do some warming up exercises. Let's start. In stories where sometimes describe a fox as a greedy animal, it is just an imagination. Children, what is an imagination? Imagination is forming new ideas, okay, or images about a thing or an animal or a person. Unlike, what qualities are the following animals said to have? Write them here. Children, the first picture is of a dog. Yes? What is the nature of the dog? Dog is supposed to be a faithful animal. We all keep dogs at home as pets. Yes, because they guard our house. They are faithful animals. So in front of dog, you can see a dash. There you will write faithful. Dog. Here the dashes are made like this. You will write faithful. It's a faithful animal, right? Then children, the second animal happens to be a rabbit. Rabbit is known for its quickness, swiftness, softness, tenderness, okay? But we will write rabbits are quick. Rabbit, it's a quick animal. Quick or swift. Then the next animal happens to be a bee, honey bee, okay? Bees are known for their hard work. They are hardworking. Bee. Hardworking. Correct? Next animal is the lion. Children, lion is the king of the jungle. And what is he known for? His strength. Power. Courage. Royal. Lion is supposed to be royal, you know, because he's the king of the jungle. Okay? Then, ant. Works in a team, okay? Now, you will never see an ant carrying a grain all by itself. If something is fallen, children, you will see a team of ants. So many ants will come together and will carry small particles together. They work in a team, okay? So, ants value teamwork. Then there is crow. Children, crow is known for its cleverness. Okay? Crow. Clever. Yeah. So we have done this exercise on this page. I hope you're becoming more familiar with the animals right now, because this poem is going to deal with the animal. Now, children, this poem is based on a fable. You know what is a fable? This poem is based on a fable. Can you tell me what is a fable? No. Fable is a short story based on animals. Okay? Fable is a short story based on animals. Okay? Which conveys a moral. Fable, it's a short story. It's a short story based on animals conveying a moral. Conveying a moral. Yes. The poem is based on a fable. It is a short story based on animals conveying a moral. So children, this poem gives you a moral also. Alright, and there are animals involved in the poem. Now, let us read 2 lines and I will explain you the poem. Once there was a greedy fox who always wanted more than he got. So there was a greedy fox and she always wanted more. Whatever was given to her was always less. Okay? One day there came a man with food. One day what happened? A man came and he bought food. Now children, when food is being prepared at home or when you are standing near food, you get the smell of the food. Okay? That makes you want to eat it. That helps you, there are certain enzymes, they are produced in your mouth and your mouth starts watering. So when this man came and he bought some food, okay, what happened? One day there came a man with food. In eating it then, he was in no mood. He was in no mood to eat that time, but he was carrying some food with him. So he hid his food in the hollow of a tree. Children, you know what is a hollow? Hollow is a hole in a tree. There is a tree and it has a trunk. Okay? In the trunk there is a hole. That is a hollow space. In that hollow, that man had kept his food. Why? So that it is protected there and is safe there. Nobody is seeing it and he kept it in that hollow. Meaning to eat it once he was free. And he wanted to eat it when he became free. Okay? The cunning fox saw this and in greed, he smacked his lips. Now when the man was keeping the food in the hollow of the tree, who was watching him? The greedy fox. Yes, children? And the fox was watching the man. What happened to the fox? With the smell of the food, the fox's mouth started watering. She took out her tongue and made noise with the lips. That means smacked her lips. Like you'll see dogs and cats, when they are going to eat food, children, they usually take out their tongue and they start licking their lips and making sound. Okay? The same sound the fox was making. That is called smacked her lips. Into the hollow he went. Now who went into the hollow? The fox went into the hollow. So strong was the food scent that he had to get into the hollow. Okay? Alas, he ate so much that he was now fat. He got into the hollow and he started eating. He ate so much because the food was so good and the smell was so good, and already the fox was greedy. Yeah? She ate and she ate and she ate and she became fat. Okay. Alas, he ate so much that he was now fat. He got stuck with a thump he sat. Now, after eating so much, children, the fox became fat and it sat down with a thump. Thump is a sound, a loud sound when something falls on the ground. Similarly, the fox, after eating so much, became heavy and fat, and it sat down inside the hollow with a sound, that is thump. He got stuck. Now, after eating, children, the fox wanted to get out of the hollow of the tree. But the fox had become fat. It could not get out of that hollow hole because it had become fat. Now you will say, children, how did the fox get into the hole? At that time, the fox squeezed herself to get into the hole. And once it ate and became fat, it could not squeeze out of the hole. So it got stuck over there. Now, he, laughed a bee. Now, a bee was going by. You know who the bee is? Yes, the honey bee. It was going and it started laughing. Why was the bee laughing? Seeing the fox stuck in the hollow. He, laughed a bee. Your greed will not let you flee. Now, be greedy. You cannot get out of the hollow. Okay? This was said by the bee. Your greediness has got you stuck inside the hole. The poor fox had to sit in the hollow for hours. Nowhere could he go. Now the poor fox, after eating so much, was stuck in the hollow and had to sit there and remain there in the hollow. Could not get out for hours together, children. He had to wait to become thin again. Now, only he could come out if he would reduce his size. And how that would be possible? When the food would get digested, the food would go down into the stomach, and he would then could squeeze out of the hollow. So he remained inside because he had eaten so much and had been greedy. Now, children, the moral of this poem. What do you learn from this poem? Greediness got him into trouble. Yes, he was greedy. He could have eaten less and got out. No. But he ate the whole thing and he got stuck. So, being greedy can get you into trouble. Yeah? So, the moral of the poem is the fox, after eating, got stuck in the hollow and had to wait there for hours together. Okay? Now, write down the moral. Moral of the poem. Being greedy can cause problems. Being greedy can cause trouble. Okay? The fox, after getting stuck in the hole, realized that the fox after getting stuck in the hollow, realized that he should not have been greedy. All right? Now, children, once again I'll read the poem. You all read with me. Once there was a greedy fox who always wanted more than he got. One day there came a man with food. In eating it then, he was in no mood. So he hid his food in the hollow of a tree, meaning to eat it once he was free. The cunning fox saw this, and in greed he smacked his lips. Into the hollow he went. So strong was the food scent. Alas, he ate so much that he was now fat. He got stuck, and with a thump he sat. He, laughed a bee. Your greed will not let you flee. The poor fox had to sit in the hollow. For hours, nowhere could he go. He had to wait to become thin again. All right, children? Now, what you have to do is, children, we have read the poem. I have explained you the poem. Let's check. You will answer these questions orally. Where did the man hid his food? The man hid his food in the hollow of a tree, right? How long did the fox have to wait to come out of the hollow? The fox had to wait for hours to come out of the hollow of the tree. All right, children? Now, in the classwork copy, children, what will you do? You will write the poem. How will you write the poem? I'll explain it to you. Sorry. Children, in the classwork copy, on a new page, you will write the date, you will write the heading, the greedy fox, and the poem, and you will write the poem. Each line you will begin from a new line as given in the book, beginning with a capital letter. All right, children? Wherever there is a full stop, comma, question mark, similarly you will be putting. All right? And after writing this, you can make a drawing of a tree, and you can show the hollow in the tree with a fox there. All right? This would look interesting in the classwork copy. You have to do this. You can color this small tree using 3-4 lines, and then you can write the poem. All right, children? Followed by the poem, you will be writing the word meanings, which are given. There are 6 word meanings given in the book. The same word meanings after the poem. You will write word meanings as given in the book. There are 6, children. The first one is hollow. Empty part. Empty part, empty space, or a hole in a tree, whatever, okay? Second one is cunning. Cunning, children, doing things to trick or cheat others. Correct? Children, there are 6. The third one happens to be is smack. You will copy this. Then the fourth one from the book is, children, scent. Then 5th and 6th. 5th one is thump. And the last one is flee. Flee is to run away, get away. You will write their meanings. Is it clear, children? This much for this class. Next time, children, we will again read the poem, and then we will do the back exercises on page number 24. All right, children? Thank you.
you.